Hey, thanks so much for stopping in. Chef Billy Parisi here with Heinen's. I want to show you how to take 2 cuts of beef over the top to make them even more delicious. All of Heinen's beef is CARE certified through Where Food Comes From program, meaning they work with a trusted rancher who goes above and beyond industry standards to meet Heinen's strict specifications of animal well-being, quality, and environmental responsibility. Plus, it comes from a single-family farm. We know them and they know us. Now, one of my favorite valued cuts of beef from Heinen's is the London broil, and I want to show you how to take it to the next level. We're going to do something known as the dry brine. I'm going to take this London broil and place it on a rack over a sheet tray with parchment paper. We want to pat it dry very well on all sides with a paper towel. Then I'm going to generously season it, and I mean generously, with some salt on all sides. You may need up to 2 tablespoons for this large cut of beef. Then we're placing it in the refrigerator uncovered for in between 12 and up to 48 hours. Now, what this is going to do during this time is allow the salt to penetrate deep to the center of that beef, ensuring every single bite is going to be well seasoned and delicious. Now, when you are ready to cook it, we are going to pull it out. Now what we're going to do is lightly coat it in olive oil on all sides, and then you can use any of your favorite seasoning blend to add a little more punch of flavor. I'm going to sprinkle on some granulated garlic, some granulated onion, a little bit of paprika, and then finally some cracked black pepper. And at this stage, we are going to set the beef to the side and we are going to remove and discard the parchment paper. Since it will eventually go under the broiler, this can burn up, so we want to make sure it's not on there. Now we're going to reverse sear this, so be sure to add a thermometer. It goes in the oven on 250 degrees. It's going to take about an hour to reach 100 degrees Fahrenheit internally. Now during this time, the meat is going to break down, the fat is going to melt in there, making it so flavorful and delicious and juicy. Once you've reached 100 degrees, we are going to crank the broiler onto high heat, and we're going to cook it for 10 to 12 minutes before we give it a flip and cook it for another 10 to 12 minutes or until it reaches about 130 degrees Fahrenheit internally for medium rare. Then we take it out, let it rest, and for plating it up, I just like to thinly slice it and then finish it with a little bit of Himalayan salt for that nice little punch of deliciousness. And boom, a beautiful dry brined, reverse seared London broil. Oh my gosh, this is so juicy and so tender. I think you're going to love it. Now for my next favorite value cut, it's known as the sirloin cap. Now I want to encrust this with some pepper. So I'm gonna pour out some whole peppercorns onto my cutting board, and then using a skillet, I'm just going to break them up a little bit. We don't want to finely ground it, we want big chunks here. Then we're going to generously season those steaks on both sides with that black pepper and of course some salt. Once you've heated up a pan full of olive oil, we're going to add those steaks in there and sear them to your desired internal temperature, perfectly golden brown on the outside and cooked to how you like it internally. And why not add a little sauce for a little more flair? Let's set those steaks to the side, remove the skillet. We're going to add in some bourbon. I'm taking it away from the burner when I pour it in there because I don't want a huge flame to shoot up. Then we're going to gently add it back to that burner and cook it until there's maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons left. Now we're going to add in some heavy whipping cream. Cook it over low to medium heat until it becomes a beautiful, nice, thick sauce just like this. Then to plate up, I'm going to thinly slice our steaks, serve it right over our bourbon cream sauce. And oh, the flavor combination of those two things with the peppercorns and the bourbon sauce, so delicious. Just easy ways to take wonderful cuts over the top to make them even better. That's what this is all about, and you can absolutely do these. I have so much beef to eat. We'll see you next time.